And that's portable that you can take from room to room. Yes, you see it here. So this is item number V37900. It's the DeLonghi 500 3-in-1 portable air conditioner. Yep, it is a 3-in-1 and it's portable. How great is that? It is on a sale price of $449.98. 5 easy payments of $90 to be able to get this one home, which I think is so fantastic. Now listen, before we bring in Sean to start talking about all the wonderful details, I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to go on Facebook. So go to Monifa Day's QVC on Facebook. So if you have any questions about the air conditioner, we are going to be able to answer live. So I am logging in to my Facebook page there, and I'm ready to chat because I love to chat. So make sure you go on there and say hi and all of that wonderful stuff. So portability from a company that's been around for like 100 years. So I think they know what they're doing when it comes to portable air. And if you have had one of those big units that kind of hang out the back of your window, well, one, they're not safe, and two, they're becoming very antiquated, right? So get something that's better, more efficient, and that you can move around from room to room. So how great is that to be able to have portable air that you can move around from room to room? And remember, I said it's 3-in-1. So yep, you're going to be able to use it as an air conditioner for sure. But guess what? It's also going to dehumidify, and you can use it in fan mode. So you don't even have to blow out the cooling air. If you just want, a fan, you can have that as well. So get rid of that big kind of, block air conditioner in your window that's kind of hanging out of your window that's not very efficient and not very safe, and upgrade to something like this that's just going to keep you cool, especially if you have those places in your home that don't get a lot of air. This is perfect. The space maybe over the garage that doesn't get air, great. Maybe you've converted your garage and you want a little air in there. Perfect for that as well. So I'm going to spend this next hour with Sean Pickford, who brings us all of these great items for the home, just like this air conditioner. Happy first day of summer, Sean.
Monifa, how are you today?
Good, good. Keeping cool, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, and for a lot of America right now, especially the central states, you're getting a heat wave. So it's really hot. So no better day than to present the DeLonghi air conditioner than today, first day of summer, because let's face it, if it's not hot where you are right now, it's going to get very warm, as every year.
That's right. It's going to happen. I mean, it's summer.
Yeah, exactly. That's just the way it goes. So this is a great way to cool off a larger size room with a smaller size footprint. So that's what I really like about this one. And you said it earlier, DeLonghi's been around for over 100 years. They brought the portable air conditioner to us here in the United States over 35 years ago.
Wow.
So for the last 35 years, they've been perfecting it, making it more powerful, more efficient, get a smaller footprint, and all you have to do is put it in your window like this. It couldn't be any easier. So everything about it gotten so much easier than lifting one of those big things, trying to balance it on the windowsill and hope it stays in there, and you don't sound like a jet plane taking off that you're sleeping right next to. So great way to get nice and cool this year.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we're going to need it. And don't wait until, some of you already are there. Some of you are in the heat wave already. It's not going to get cooler. Not yet, right? Not yet.
Right.
So we've been wanting summer. It is here, but you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping cool in the summer months. So let's talk about when you get this home. I don't want it to be intimidating and people go, well, I got this home. I had to hire somebody to put in the one that's hanging out of the window. Do I have to do the same thing for this?
No, that's the great thing about it. So we made this so that it's so easy for you to do. When you get it home, you're going to cut 2 straps off the top of the box. You're going to lift the box up. Okay, that's the way we designed it. So this will be sitting on a nice big piece of styrofoam on the bottom to keep it safe. There's 4 wheels that are already on the bottom here, so you're just going to wheel it into place. Then you're going to hook up a few things, and it's actually really easy to do because we made it even easier this year. So this is your window kit tube right here. There's an end on here, and there's an end on here. This year, we've already put them on for you, so nothing to worry about there. All you're going to do is install your window kit. And I'll raise up my shade here a little bit so you can see what we're talking about. All right? So now, all you're going to do is install this in here. So as long as your window opens like mine, up and down like this, or slide side to side, the window kit is going to work for you. It can be as small as 20 inches or as wide as 38 inches. And the only tool you might need is a Phillips head screwdriver because it locks this panel to this panel. You get all the seals to keep everything nice and tight. And my screen stays in the window. So what does that mean? There's no bugs, there's no critters, there's nothing that can get in because you know what? The screen is still there. There's nothing hanging out the window.
Right.
I live in a homeowners association neighborhood. We are not allowed to have things sticking out past the screen. So for those of you that live in those neighborhoods, this is perfect. Maybe you got a kid that's going away to school in the fall. What's that dorm room or apartment look like? Well, this couldn't be any easier. Notice the cord here, I have a lot of extra length too. There's 6 feet of cord here. So I just cool it up and keep it nice and neat. But if I want to change this and move this around, I can do it because this tube here is 5 feet long. It's flexible. So I can put it in any direction I want. And the other cool thing that I love for us guys, voila, DeLonghi makes this card here. It's laminated. It tells you, wait, there's only 5 steps? Yeah, I can do that. And the other side shows you the instructions for the controls on the unit itself and the remote control.
Yeah.
So there's no guesswork when it comes to this. It couldn't be any easier. And it cools 500 square feet. So that's a huge room. My room here, it's a big room, but it's only 15 by 21. What is 500 square feet? That's 20 by 25 with an 8-foot ceiling. And it'll do a fantastic job of keeping in that temperature because there is a built-in thermostat.
Nice. I am holding up the remote as well because you're going to get this remote. But even with the remote as well, there is like a control panel that is on top of the machine. So you have either way to be able to access what you want to control with it. But it's just simple. This is simple. And it's not only that space saver from something hanging out of your window, it's probably going to be a money saver because some of the features on here I think are so great. So can we start talking about some of the features? I know one that I love is the fact that it kind of acts like your in-home AC where it goes off and goes on once it reaches the temperature you set it at.
Yeah, because there is a built-in thermostat. So I have mine set on 67 degrees here in this room. When it gets to 67 degrees, it shuts itself down. When it notices that temperature goes up a little, it will automatically turn itself back on. So it's not running all the time when you don't need it to be. Especially if you go to sleep and you want it set to 70 degrees, well, it gets cooler at night because the sun goes down. You don't want this running all night long and it's freezing when you wake up in the morning. This knows the temperature, it shuts itself off. There's also eco-friendly R32. That's the cooling or refrigerant that's in this. So it's all up to date. It's all state of the art. And the great thing is, it doesn't just cool the space right around the air conditioner. That's what a lot of them do. This cools the entire room like you're seeing there. All that beautiful blue flowing cool air goes throughout your entire room, whether it's a small bedroom, large family room, or something in between. So that's how easy this works. My pets love it too. I mean, they love sleeping when it's nice and cool. So it couldn't be any easier. And I love that you get the remote because let's face it, I don't want to have to get up and change it here, especially if I'm sleeping or in my easy chair.
Right.
But then maybe some of you have kids and all of a sudden the remote's gone. Oh, I can't use the air conditioner now? No, you don't have to worry about that. Because the same controls on the remote are on the top of the unit
Which is
itself.
so nice.
So
yeah. Really nice there. And really easy to read as well. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to move this. But if I tilt it forward, let's see if I can. I can't tilt it forward. All right. But look, I mean, you can actually see the numbers here really easily and the buttons here. So very, very easy to maneuver if you do, lose that remote into the sofa every once in a while because it totally does happen, right? Totally does happen. But beautifully easy to read, which we love. And easy to put together. It just doesn't get any better than this. You can move it from room to room. Let's say you spend the majority of your day in one room, right? It's in that family room. Great, you can put it there. And then at night, if you want to take it to the bedroom because you maybe get hot, you sleep hot at night, you can put it there. It's portable. And it's a 3-in-1. Can we talk about the 3-in-1, Sean?
Sure, that's the great thing about this. So not only is it a great whole room air conditioner cooling 500 square feet, but it's also a 3-speed fan. Maybe like earlier today was beautiful here. Wasn't too hot. Maybe you just need to move a little bit of air. Well, put it on that fan. You can have 3 speeds on that. With the fan mode, you don't need to have the window kit hooked up. So you can leave your
Nice.
window kit there and wheel it to the room if you want to do that. Maybe you're having a small family gathering or you're spending a lot of time cooking in the kitchen with the stove and the oven on. It gets a little warmer. Get that fan going. There's also a built-in dehumidifier. So for those of you that live in really humid parts of the country, the easiest way to get a room coolest the fast is first put it on dehumidifier. Let it remove the moisture from the air and then turn it on to the air conditioner mode. It does that without emptying a bucket or a pail because it pulverizes the water particles and
Right.
pushes it out through this tube. So when you have yours hooked up and you put your hand on the tube here, you'll feel that it's warm. And you're like, wow, that's really warm. Yes, that's the hot, sticky air that is in your home that we're removing. We're cooling the air, taking that moisture out, and giving you that nice air conditioning that you always wanted.
Yeah. And that no drip technology is huge. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I always think when I think of those old air conditioners, Sean, I always think about
I know what you're
huge
gonna
puddles of water. I mean,
say. Or the rust stains down the side of the
yes.
house or the siding. You don't have any of that because the way it does is it pulverizes it into a fine mist. So it pushes it outside. You don't see it, you don't know what's happening, but it does it. It will remove 8 gallons of water in a 24-hour
Wow.
period. So it basically, it takes it in from the back of the unit here, it runs it through its cycle, removes that moisture, and then the moisture is pushed out of this tube and right outside to where it belongs. So
Nice.
that's how easy this is to operate.
And
So, I mean,
it doesn't get any easier than that, to be honest. I'm just saying. Now, listen,
right.
I know $449 is a considered purchase for an air conditioner, but this is what I want to, encourage you to do. Search for it online. Go ahead and put in a
Yeah.
search for this model because you can see it at some of the other big box stores and see how much they are charging. Our sale price is beating those prices. I'm just letting you know because at retail, $549.95 right there at retail. Our sale
Yeah.
price is obviously cheaper than that at $449.98. So take advantage of that. You can take advantage of the Easy Pay. We know the Easy Pay, 5 of those is $90, but then you can get this on your Q card and take advantage of 12 months special
That's a great
financing.
way to do it.
And that's $37 and change. That's
Yeah.
$37 and change. So listen, and remember, it's one payment that we're going to send this to you. So if you use that Q card after that first payment goes through, we're sending this to you so you can start to reap the benefits now. Do not wait until the middle of summer when you are beyond hot by then to try to find one of these. You're not going to be able to find them, especially at this price. So I always say we're right at the beginning of that hot season. We're there. We're going to enjoy it for sure. But when we want to be cool at home, we want to be cool. So let's say you have, that first apartment or like you said, that dorm room. I know some of the dorms in Los Angeles. I remember, we're from there. We moved here from Los Angeles, Sean. And when we were looking at colleges for my daughter, can you believe in California that is hot all year long? Some of
Yeah.
those dorms did not have air conditioning systems in them at all.
Yeah, they were built in
Nothing.
the 50s and 60s. That's why. I mean, unfortunately, some of the older universities just don't
Yeah.
have that. So my daughter is moving off campus this year at the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I think you're going to need an air conditioner. She's like, no, I don't think so. Her roommate is there now. Her roommate said, yeah, your dad needs to bring that along when you guys come back because it is so warm because it's an older home that they're in.
Right.
But they can use this because it doesn't stick out the window.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to balance anything. She
Right.
can set this up on her own and get the cooling for the entire apartment. And that's the
Yeah.
great thing. For some people, 500 square feet is your entire living space.
Right.
So
I mean,
even
think
if
about,
it's a small-
you know what I
yeah,
think about? I think about people who are in like retirement facilities that are a little bit
right.
older, right? A lot of those
Yeah.
facilities, they're not the best air conditioning. I remember my
Yeah.
great aunt lived in one, and we had to go and get her an air conditioner for her home, even though it was small. So this would have been perfect for her. I wish I had known about
Yes.
this, years and years ago back then. So if you have one, if you're staying in one of those older apartments, right, that doesn't have the, central AC or anything like that, get this. Fans are just not going to do it, right? Those little
No.
box fans is not going to work when it's 90
No.
degrees and 100 degrees outside.
No.
It's just not going to work.
Well,
This is
and
so
the
much
other
better.
And the other option too is maybe you had somebody come out and gave you the estimate for
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
central air conditioning system, and it's thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yep.
And oh yeah, by the way, you can't get it till September because they're
Right.
so back ordered. Well, get 1 or 2 or 3 of these, maybe one per floor. So now the whole house can be nice and cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot more efficient doing it that way than instead of saying, okay, my son's room is above the garage up here.